Hello, and welcome to 5 to 1, a minute-to-minute podcast review of Zack Snyder's director's cut of the Justice League. I'm Harry Slack, and with me as always is my longtime associate, Ben Smolin. Ben, how are you today?
Harry, I'm doing good, and I don't care how you are.
Terrific to hear. For new listeners, I will direct you to our episode entitled What's All This Then, if you want to know more about what's going on here. For longtime listeners, I have a treat. It's a fan-favorite segment with its own music. I'll play that now. Bird Facts. This segment's called Bird Facts. It's where I ask Ben about facts about birds. Ben, what are some bird facts?
Some bird facts. They fly.
You've already said that one. I'll need a new one.
You need a new bird fact?
Yes.
Woodpeckers' tongues wrap around their brains to protect their skulls when
Thank
they're.
you.
Yeah,
that's good. And your second one was because it's facts. It's plural. Your second one was that they're light.
Yeah, they're very light.
I'll take they're light.
They're very light.
Last time you said your bones were hollow. We will take it this time, but I do want to just say you need new bird facts for subsequent segments. Thank you. That's all the time we have for bird facts. Bird facts. With that out of the way, Ben and I have just watched minute 41 of the Mr. Snyder cut of Justice League, which is not the film's true title, but rather a lighthearted moniker we use to save some time here and there. We will each now have 2.5 minutes to relay our thoughts and impressions to you, the listener. So as not to waste anyone's time, a resource we all have precious little of, we will be sticking to that time limit very strictly, so excuse us if we interrupt each other. Ben, I'm going to go ahead and start us off.
Take us away, Harry.
All right, listen, lilies, pop in pollies, and you know what? Watch-alongs, too. Check out, see if our descriptions are accurate. You know, we don't know. We all have different relationships to the external universe, you know? So it's good to correct one another so that we don't err as much.
You have so little to say about this minute.
Well, I just think it's sometimes good to think about epistemology. I do have a degree from Temple University in philosophy. So
what happened in the minute, Harry?
Oh, in the minute? Yeah, I was hoping you were going to ask me what happened in the subsequent years since obtaining that degree. But in the minute,
what happened in the movie,
yes,
Harry?
Justice League by Zack Snyder. Zack Snyder's Justice League is what we're watching in case you've missed
Harry, what happened
Yes, no,
in
I'm
the
getting
minute?
there. So, in the minute of Zack Snyder's Justice League, it is a different cut.
We know who
somewhat of a
directed
different
it, Harry.
movie entirely, perhaps. In this minute, let me paint a picture. So, prior to this minute, Batman has been trying to get people onto a team. That happened before this minute. And then after this minute, I don't know what's going to happen. Ben, between you and me,
did you watch
I don't
the minute?
know what's going to happen after this minute. Yeah, of course I watched the minute.
Did you watch
Ben,
the minute?
The whole thing is we watch 1 minute of the show and then of the movie, and then I watched the minute. I'm not going to shirk my responsibilities.
I don't have any proof. I don't have any proof that you watched the minute.
No, I watched the minute. It was a really good minute. I loved the aperture.
Now I know you didn't watch the minute.
I loved the aperture, Ben. This was like, the aperture was so good in this minute. It had me thinking about
Harry, what's aperture?
Oh, aperture? You don't know aperture? Aren't you a Hollywood guy?
Yeah.
You don't know aperture?
Teach me. Teach me.
Oh, I thought you knew aperture. You're you know when the camera swoops?
Uh-huh.
That's kind of an aperture of a type.
Is it?
Yeah, and so this one had really good camera swoops and aperture. I loved the contrast. A lot of themes. There were a lot of themes in this minute.
What were some of the themes?
Ooh, yeah, just a lot of themes. A lot of thematic sort of development, I thought, in this minute.
Harry,
you know, there was an Icelandic singer in a previous minute.
Harry, I'm going to have to cut you off, and I will be getting you back for this.
Oh, shucks. Well, Ben.
So what actually happened in minute 41, you raging...
Center.
is that we're in a super high-tech lab.
Yes, lab. A super high-tech lab. Yes.
And our scientist, Silas...
Yes. Scientist Silas. Yes, I said that.
And an elderly janitor named Harold, I think. He's like, Silas, 11:30, early night for you.
Yeah, very early night.
It's an early night for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you let me talk.
No, I'm just, we all had the same,
we
had the same facts. We had the same facts.
He tells he's like, oh, yeah, it is an early night for me, but tell the family I said hello.
Yes, hello.
So what we learned here, and a little, and then the second half of the minute, he walks out, and then the janitor hears something, He walks into a lab and the lab is all beat up and blown to hell, and we cut the end of this minute on the verge of action.
Yes, right.
So
verge of action.
There's something about this minute that I kind of liked, and this might sound stupid, Harry.
Okay.
But honestly, I think it isn't good. Don't get me wrong, it isn't good. But I think the exchange between Silas and the janitor, Harold, is the best character development the movie has done so far.
Okay, go on. Tell me more.
It teaches us who Silas is in 2 lines without explicitly saying it.
Right.
And that he's a hard worker who still cares about his underlings, basically.
Yes.
Like, he's like, oh, it is 11:30, and I do hope your family's doing well. And so it's like, it's very on the nose, but it's also like the first time the movie has like done anything resembling not like stupid. Like, it's not good, but it's still the best like development of a character that we've seen.
Yes, I will ask though. Wonder Woman yelling "boring" at that guy shows us that she has virtue and ADHD. So that's a little bit of like character development too, without exposition.
You know what was terrible though was the shot when the janitor's mop like hit the Silas says bye to the janitor, and then there's like a close up of the mop hitting the floor.
Yeah, the mop hitting the floor.
That has like a dramatic sting to it, like it's supposed to be like suspenseful, but I'm like, that's just a mop on a floor.
So much aperture.
Like,
a lot of aperture in that.
Do you think cicada men are coming?
Oh,
do you think the cicada men are already there?
No, I mean, is that where the cyborg box is? That's all the time we have for reviews today. If you enjoy this podcast, please take the time to subscribe, rate, review, or otherwise support this project. If you're looking for a way to enhance this podcast experience, follow us on social media at 5 to 1 Podca1, or email us your segment ideas at alertthequeen@gmail.com. Up next, we're going to be watching minute 42 of 242 of Zack Snyder's director's cut of Justice League, or as we sometimes call it, the Mr. Snyder cut of Justice League. That's all the time for today. Goodbye!